Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear my voice? Please respond.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Now,
Audible and
coming to
visible.
the next topic, measures of central tendency, in which we are studying the averages, mean, median, mode. These are the three measures that we have to use to study the measures of central tendency. Now, first of all, we have to study the mean. Mean means arithmetic mean, or simply we call this one as mean. Arithmetic mean, or simply we call this one as mean. Okay. Now already we know that what is the formula for mean? Mean is equal to sum of the individuals divided by total number of individuals, or sum of the values by total number of values. That we have to define in the lower section also. Here also we are defining the mean as if x1, x2, x3, etc., xn are the set of n values, are the set of n values of a variate of a variate, then the arithmetic mean is given by arithmetic mean, or simply mean, is given by x bar is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus etc. plus xn divided by the total number of observations, that is n. That is summation xi by total number of observations. This is the simple definition get the mean of the. All of you mute. Dear students, please all of you mute your mics. All of you mute your mics, please. Now, suppose in case of frequency distribution, in case of frequency distribution, that means Fi's are the frequencies of xi variables. F1, F2, etc., Fn are the frequencies of x1, x2, etc., etc., xn. Then mean x bar is equal to f1 x1 plus f2 x2 plus etc., etc., plus fn xn divided by sum of the frequencies f1 plus f2 plus x3 etc., etc., fn. This is the formula which is used for calculating the mean of the variable corresponding the frequencies. Here, one important condition that you have to put in mind always with you, xi can take the mid values. X can take the mid values. X can take the mid values of the class interval in case of grouped or continuous, in case of grouped data or continuous data. It is very, very important point that you have to put in mind. X can take the mid values of the class interval in case of grouped data or continuous data. Therefore, mean of this mean can be written as x bar is equal to summation fi xi by capital N. Capital N is nothing but total number of frequencies, that is equal to summation fi. This is the formula which is related to the frequency distribution is given. And one more formula that we have used for deviation and step deviation method also. Deviation or shortcut method. This is also known as shortcut method. Or simply deviation method. What is the meaning of deviation? Difference, change. Deviation method that we have to written as mean of the distribution x bar is equal to a plus summation fi di by summation fi. Here di stands for deviation xi minus a. Here a is any arbitrary point. Here a is any arbitrary point. This is the arbitrary means for convenient purpose we have to choose that arbitrary point. And again we have to write down the step deviation. This is very, very important. Step deviation method. Step deviation that we have to define as mean of the distribution x bar is equal to a plus summation fi di by capital N into h. Capital N into h. Here di is equal to xi minus a by h. Di is equal to xi minus a by h, and a is any arbitrary point a is any arbitrary point, and h is the equal class width of the class interval or equal class interval. Equal class interval. These are the four formulas that we have to use for calculating the mean of the distribution or mean of the numbers or mean of the variable which is given in the form of either continuous or discrete variable. Now let us see the examples. The following are the ages of the following are the ages of 15 employees of a manufacturing company of a manufacturing company that are in order or not in order, the 65, 38, 52, 27, 24, 45, the next 49, 50, 26, 37, 44, 52, 41, 60, 39. Calculate arithmetic mean or simply mean. Calculate arithmetic mean. Now what is the formula related to the data means? Sum of the individuals divided by total number of individuals. Sum of the values divided by total number of values. Therefore, mean is equal to summation xi by n. Summation xi by n. That is equal to, you have to add up all these 15 values, that is equal to 65 plus 38 plus 52 plus 27 plus 24 plus 45 plus 49 plus 50 plus 26 plus 37 plus 44 plus 52 plus 41 plus 60 plus, what is the last value? 39, and whole divided by total number of values is equal to 15 divided by 15. Therefore, this value is equal to sum of all these values. Do it, all of you. As a do it, practice. Take the calculator and do it. Tell me that value. Take the calculator, please, all of you. It is a statistics class, you know. Without calculator, you won't do anything for this subject. Do it, all of you, as early as possible. Make them sure, all of you. What is summation xi? Anyone? Response, please. Is it audible or not? Please respond. Sum of these values is equal to
649.
649. Very good. And total number of individuals is equal to 15. Therefore, what is its value? 43.26 approximately. 43.26. This is the simple way that we are going to find the mean of the given problem. Right? And again we move into problem related to the continuous data. Note down this problem also. Find the mean of the following frequency distribution. Find the mean of the following frequency distribution. Now we have to note down the data, x corresponding frequency. Here x is the mid value of the distribution. You have to write this one as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the corresponding frequencies are 5, 9, 12, 17 and 14 and 10, 6. This is the x values and the corresponding frequency values are there. Now we can find the mean of this distribution. X bar is equal to, we have to use the formula summation fi xi by summation fi. That is equal to 1 into 5 plus 2 into 9 plus 3 into 12 plus 4 into 17 plus 5 into 14 plus 6 into 10 plus 7 into 6 divided by total number of frequencies, sum of the frequencies, that is 5 plus 9 plus 12 plus 17 plus 14 plus 10 plus 6. Now do this one. Give me the calculated value. What is the value of summation fi xi?
4.095, sir. Total
Complete answer 4.09. Is it
09,
correct?
sir.
Yes. Is it correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. So this is the way that we are going to find the mean of the frequency distributions are given. That means for continuous quantitative data. Continuous quantitative data. Again, we move to the step deviation models. Okay. Now calculate the mean of the marks from the following data. Calculate the mean of the marks from the following data. Now number of students, and marks. Number of students is nothing but frequencies, and marks is nothing but, here marks are given in the form of class interval form. What are they? 0, 10, 10, 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60. Can I write here? 50, 60. Now the corresponding frequencies, that is the number of students, that you have to put the bars like this. Corresponding frequencies are 12, 18, 27, 20, and 17, and 6. Here also we have to use the direct method. Frequencies are given. For simplicity, for this problem also, we have to do second formula. That is the frequency distribution formula. Here we can find the mid values of this class interval, that is known as the X mid values. Mid values means, what is the mid values? 0 plus 10 by 2. 0 plus 10 by 2 is equal to 5. 10 plus 20 by 2, that is equal to 15. Then 25. Then 35. Then 45. Then 55. Either we are going to find the mid value is equal to 15. This one is equal to 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, and 55. Now we can find the mean of the distribution is equal to X bar is equal to summation Fi Xi by summation Fi. That is equal to X bar is equal to summation Fi Xi, that is equal to, what is the value of here? 5 into 12 plus 15 into 18 plus 25 into 27 plus 35 into 20 plus 45 into 17 and plus 56. What is this one? 55 into frequency is equal to 6, all divided by summation Fi. What is summation Fi? That is equal to 12 plus 18 plus 27 plus 20 plus 17 plus 6. Now give me the calculated value.
280, sir.
Yes?
280.
By summation Fi is equal to?
Final value 280, sir.
280 వచ్చిందా? Is it correct?
Final value 280, sir. Final answer.
Is it correct?
Correct, sir.
Say yes or no?
28, sir.
Yes.
20.78, sir. 28, sir.
28.
28, sir. 28, sir. 28, sir.
28 is correct. Okay. This is the, if the mid marks are directly given, then previous problem is example. If the mid marks are not given but the class intervals are given like this, then we have to use finding the mid marks of this distribution, and we can find the mean of the distribution by like this. Then next we move into the step deviation method. Okay. Please respond, any one of you, please. calculate the mean of the following frequency distribution. Calculate the mean of the following frequency distribution. Note down this data, class interval and frequency. Zero 8, 8 16, 16 24, 24 32, 32 40, 42 48. Corresponding frequency 8, 7, 16, 24, 15, 7. Now, for this problem, we have to use step deviation method. Step deviation method. Step deviation method. Okay. Now, for that we have to choose arbitrary value. We have to choose arbitrary value. Any arbitrary value that we have to choose for A. Let us take A is equal to 28. A is equal to 28. Okay. Now, what is the class interval length? Width of the class interval H is equal to? Anyone? What is the class interval length? Width of the class interval?
8.
8.
8.
Sir.
Now, we can find the mid values of the frequency. Mid values. X. మీరు డైరెక్ట్గా వేసుకోండి, నేను దీనికి కరస్పాండింగ్ అట్లా వేస్తాను. Okay, what is the mid value? 0 plus 8 by 2, 4.
4.
8 plus 16 by 2, 12. Correct? Then next, 16 plus 24 by 2, 20. 24 plus 32 by 2, 28. 32 plus 40 by 2, it is 36. Then 44. These are the mid values. Okay. Now, or otherwise you have to finding the table also like this. Class interval, then frequency, mid values, X, then di is equal to step deviation xi minus a by h, then fi di. This is the table, simple table we have to use for calculating the values of this R. Now what is the class interval for this problem? 0 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 24, then 24 to 32, 30 to 40, then 40 to 40. And the corresponding frequency is 8, 7, 16, 24, 15 and 7. And mid values, already you can find out the mid values, that is 4, 12, 20, 28, 36 and 40. Okay. Now deviation. Choose A is equal to, in this problem we have choose the value of, take A is equal to 28, H is equal to 8. That is Xi 4 minus 8 by 4 minus 28 by 4 minus 28 by 8. What is this value? Minus 24 by 8 minus 3. Next, 12 minus 28 by 8. That is equal to, what is this value? Minus 2. Then next, 20 minus 28 by 8 minus 1. Next, 28 minus 28 by 8, 0. Then next, 36 minus 28 by 8, that is equal to 1. 44 minus 28 by 8, that is equal to 2. And again we are going to calculate the values of f into di. Minus 24, 8 into this one, minus 24, minus 14, then next minus 16, then next 0, 15, 14. You can find the summation of fi di. These values are around minus 30, minus 54, minus 54 plus 29. And the difference is, what is the difference? Minus 25. This is the summation fi di. Now we have to apply the values in the formula. Mean is equal to x bar is equal to a plus, mean is equal to x bar is equal to a plus summation fi di, summation fi di by summation fi or n into h. And here summation, what is the summation fi value? Summation fi is equal to this one. Frequency 8, 15, 15 plus 40, 15 plus 40, 55, 55, 60, 70, 77. Is it correct? 77. Now we are going to substitute these values. That is equal to a is equal to 28 plus summation fi di minus 25 by summation fi is equal to 77 into 8. Do it. Therefore, mean is equal to x bar is equal to, anyone?
25.4.
25.4. 25.4. Check all of you. Take a minute. You have to do the calculations properly. Okay? Shall I go to next page? Respond, please. Shall I go to next page?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now we are going to study the properties of mean. These are the simple properties are there. Properties of mean. Properties of mean. Number 1. Algebraic sum of the deviations. Algebraic sum of the deviations of a set of values from their arithmetic mean is 0. From their arithmetic mean is 0. This is first point. And second point, the sum of the squares of the deviations, sum of the squares of the deviations of a set of values is minimum when taken about mean. And third one, and combined sample mean. That means you have to take the more than 2 means of the sample size is 2, then the combined sample mean x bar is equal to n1 x1 bar plus n2 x2 bar divided by n1 plus n2. Here x1 bar and x2 bar are the means of two samples of sizes n1 and n2. Here x1 bar and x2 bar are the means of sample means of two samples of sizes n1 and n2 respectively. Now let us see one example related to this combined sample mean problem. See that. Take this one. This is the fifth problem. The average salary of a male employee employees in a firm was rupees 5,200 and that of female was rupees 4,200 rupees. Full stop. The mean salary of all the employees was rupees 5,000. Find the percentage of male and female employees. Find the percentage of male and female employee. This is the problem. Note down all of you. The average salary of a male employee in a company or firm was rupees 5,200 and that of female was rupees 4,200. The mean salary of all employees was rupees 5,000. Find the percentage of male and female employees. Here given that mean salary x1 bar is equal to, say x1 bar is the mean salary, average salary of male, male employee is equal to 5,200. x2 bar is equal to average salary of female, that is rupees 4,200, and N1 and N2 be the sample size, and X bar is the mean salary. X bar is the mean salary of all employees. That is nothing but combined mean. This is nothing but combined mean. Now we shall move to the next page. We know the formula x bar is equal to n1 x1 plus n2 x2, n1 x1 bar plus n2 x2 bar divided by n1 plus n2. We don't know the sizes of the samples here, n1 and n2. That we have to find out. Now mean salary is equal to 5,000 is equal to n1 we don't know, and x1 salary is equal to 5,200, and mean salary of female is equal to n2 into 4,200 whole divided by n1 plus n2. Now take cross multiplication and simplifying this one, that is 5,000 into n1 plus n2 is equal to 5,200 n1 plus 4,200 n2. Is it right? That means you have to take the values of n1 right hand side, n2 left hand side, that is 5,000 minus 4,200 n2 is equal to 5,200 minus 5,000 into n1. That means here the difference is equal to 800, n2 is equal to 200 n1. And again n1 by n2 is equal to 800 by 200, that is equal to, the ratio is equal to 4 by 1. The ratio is equal to 4 by 1. This is very, very important while calculating the percentage of male and female like this. Now, percentage of male employee. Percentage of male employees is equal to, male is equal to n1 divided by total number of employees into percentage. that is equal to, what is this one? N1 is equal to 4 by N1 is equal to 4, N2 is equal to 1, 4 plus 1 into 100. How much it is? Anyone?
80.
Very good. Now coming to percentage of female employee. Entuntaru?
20.
Very good. That is equal to N2 by N1 plus N2 into 100. That is equal to 1 by 4 plus 1 into 100. That is equal to 20. 20 are female, 80 are male. This is the simple problems which are related to the mean of the frequency distribution of qualitative data. Now today we stopped here and we have to discuss something.